Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to the stream. We are focusing on Crown Island today. Crown Island, ladies and gentlemen. Crown Island. Crown Island is the name of the game, and Crown Island is what we're gonna do. Okay. Are you ready for a perfect storm, perfect storm? Alright. See, I got some people in here. Hey guys, what's up? Excited for me to start grinding my crowns like crazy? Oh my god. Excited for me to start grinding my crowns like crazy? Oh my god. Excited for me to start grinding my crowns like crazy? Oh my god. The feeling. Oh my god, I have to see that. Hold on. Come on, don't freeze on me, computer. Why are you acting funny? Animal Crossing. Don't freeze on me, computer. Why are you acting funny? Animal Crossing. On now. Retweet to share and click here to join. On now. Retweet to share. Hey, what's up? So as you know, even though it's Friday and usually Fridays have crown giveaways, you know that crown giveaways are kind of restricted. Even though it's Friday and usually Fridays have crown giveaways, you know that crown giveaways are kind of restricted. Even though it's Friday and usually Fridays have crown giveaways, you know that crown giveaways are kind of restricted. Even though it's Friday and usually Fridays have crown giveaways, you know that crown giveaways are kind of restricted. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my. Oh my. That is the most clickbaity freaking thumbnail I've ever seen. That is the most clickbaity freaking thumbnail I've ever seen. That is the most clickbaity freaking thumbnail I've ever seen. That is the most clickbaity freaking thumbnail I've ever seen. That is the most clickbaity freaking thumbnail I've ever seen. Are you fucking serious right now? Are you fucking serious right now? Sorry. Are you fucking serious right now? Sorry. Sorry. I thought you knew. Sorry. Sorry. I thought you knew. Sorry. Sorry. I thought you knew. I thought you knew. Hey, what are you doing? I'm working on Crown Island this stream. I made one of my friends upset because I asked them something. Hey, what are you doing? I'm working on Crown Island this stream. I made one of my friends upset because I asked them something. Hey, what are you doing? I'm working on Crown Island this stream. I made one of my friends upset because I asked them something. Hey, what are you doing? I'm working on Crown Island this stream. I made one of my friends upset. Randy Savage? Hey, what are you doing? I'm working on Crown Island this stream. I made one of my friends upset. Randy Savage? Why did he win that, really? Randy Savage? Hey Nick, what are you doing? Working on Crown Island. You know that already. Sorry. Hey Nick, what are you doing? Working on Crown Island. You know that already. Sorry. Hey Nick, what are you doing? Working on Crown Island. You know that already. Sorry. Hey Nick, what are you doing? Working on Crown Island. You know that already. Sorry. Hey Nick, what are you doing? Working on Crown Island. You know that already. Hold on, guys. Hold on. 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 Hold on, guys. Dirk Man. Dirk Man. Where am I at right now? Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Dirk Man. Where am I at right now? Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Dirk Man. Where am I at right now? Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Where am I at right now? Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay, I think we can unmute ourselves in the next second. Yep. 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 Hold on. Unmuted. There we go. All right. So hopefully by the end of this stream, I can get some bearing. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh, wait. What time is it in the game? Shit. I guess we can work on other aspects of Crown Island first. The shop's not even open yet. Hey, Water Sheep, what's up? So yeah, if you're wondering why this isn't, this got patched, it did, but, here's the thing. So if you're wondering, for anybody that stepped in, this is an unupdated version. So what I'm talking about is, I didn't update my version. So, this is, I have a second copy of the game. And this second copy, how can I have one? Well, I'm not giving them out now. I'll give them out probably on the 15th of May. Yeah, this is gonna be a while before I get everything ready. Yes. Hey Chase, is Weston good at Mario Kart? What'd you forget? I'm glad you have that message on standby. That really helps out a lot. Wait till when Crown Island is over. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do Suzy Luke forehead. I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm gonna do something else. What time is it? 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock. Puzzle time, yeah. Which means that you're on the East Coast. Guess Chase's East, what's it called? Hello, Snow, how are you? Oh wait, I didn't even see it! Aw, damn, what was that message? I just wasted a money tree. Oh, that sucks. Mar Antonio, you know I'm not going to islands right now. Why'd you give me your dodo code, dude? I mean, I appreciate the gesture, but I'm not doing it tonight. I'm doing it tomorrow for bells. Crowns. Now back to Nick. Yep, exactly. Oh my god, I'm glad you liked that song. What time is it? 10:54, okay. Wait, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm here today joined by, you know him, you love him, this guy. See, just That's so funny. It's okay. As long as Chase is writing something funny, he can write it in all caps. I approve. I approve. You should ask Chase. He wrote a funny comment. Okay. I gotcha, I gotcha. Oh, nice! I like Mario Kart. It's a good game. There we go, it's open. Cool. Where are we at in comments? Breaking news, write in and can't stop. Say? What's up, Steve? What you making that face for? Actually, I do need to do something. I need to lower the volume. It's a little loud. That's better. What are we at right now? Oh, bye, Steve. Thank you for coming. What'd you miss? Chase's XP comment. That's funny.
Opinion about you, this case, me, and this interview. And I've had suggestions, and people tell me how to conduct this interview, and my philosophy on conducting interviews is to be a good listener.
Oh, you mean you aren't going to ask Jeffree Star why there's a victim's testimony that said Jeffree saw Dottie behaving inappropriately with them, and ask Jeffree point-blank period why his testimony goes directly against someone you claim that you care so much about because victims matter so much to you, even though you can't get their goddamn gender right? But hey, at the very least, it's not like there's evidence of Jeffree Star later making fun of this same 11-year-old victim who he's calling a liar online that came out before this interview, right? Like a statement that full-on, full-out debunks the claims that Jeffree just didn't know who this person is and never saw them ever since he directly quoted them in a cyberbullying video that was made against them. You're not going to ask the questions that I sent directly into your moderator and sent publicly via Twitter, but you are going to reference that you saw them, and instead of asking any of the things I asked you to say, instead ask Jeffree what's it like to be an internet mogul and how he's doing with this quarantine in his mansion that has a spa wing. You're not going to ask any of that? Very cool, Chris. I'm glad we got the exclusive. I, for one, hope all the money from this stream goes directly into your bank account and isn't donated directly to the victims who need it like you told me and other channels to do, since you made a point to say that they are struggling during this time and you don't know how to help while $100 super chats directed to them were rolling in. I really love that. I think, maybe possibly, the weirdest part of this entire thing is that I'm going to have to explain to my beautiful goddess of a mother that Chris Hansen from Dateline NBC legitimately talked down to me because I, her daughter, had the audacity to hope that he would ask someone some questions about why they would forgive a person like Dottie. Like, now I'm going to have to explain to her that the man we used to watch and trust with our news legitimately said that me trying to get a hold of him, going to multiple people to get a hold of him, the professional reporter on YouTube, and trying to get him to do a whole interview where
that's what's her name? Creepshow art? I just have it on while I do stuff.
And that I am just a lowly marshmallow-headed
Hold on.
who shouldn't have expected that this grown-ass man who was on TV would respect me. I shouldn't have expected him to respect me, or my time, or anyone.
What does everyone think of Chris Hansen?
If you guys missed it or are somehow confused by what I am saying right now, we are going to be talking about Chris Hansen, his botched interview with Jeffree Star, his botched Onision investigation in which he fumbled the only piece of evidence that we had and gave it to a person who straight up tweeted about tampering with it and made it borderline inadmissible at court so it would be thrown out by any defense attorney, his blatant cash grabs on YouTube, him promoting false cures and solutions to COVID-19, him promoting products that he has never used and has no medical backing for, and finally, why he, to me, is the worst YouTuber on this platform currently. It's a doozy, and I'm going to get to all of that, especially the YouTuber part, because I think that's important, and I know it's going to be a controversial opinion, because to me, anyone who makes content where they say straight up that they are trying to help people who have been brutalized by others and feeds on their hope for justice and gives them false hope, then turns around to exploit their stories, lie to their faces, is pretty damn terrible in my opinion. Anyone who gives false hope and gives false promises to survivors of assault, they're pretty terrible in my opinion. And that's not even talking about him pretending to have any affiliation with the FBI. Hey guys, it's Shannon, and you already know what I'm about to do in this video because you saw the title, you heard me talk about it, you saw the thumbnail, you know your girl is going to go in on Mr. Havasi himself, Christopher Hansen. And no, unfortunately, we're not going to be talking about one of the three delightful brothers from the hit song Bob, but the other Hansen, the one who utilized the film and TV crew and the intelligence of the hive mind over at MSNBC to make hit show after hit show talking about men who like to creep on children. Now, fun fact, I worded that in the bitchiest way possible, simply because I didn't want to say that Chris Hansen is a marketing genius akin to Jojo Siwa and is one of the best reporters in the history of the world. And I mainly did that because I am not going to give this one man any credit for the projects he has been a part of over the years, because frankly, in reality, where I live, I don't think he deserves that credit. Especially because now we can see the quality, or lack thereof, in the work he's doing now by himself. You see, when you work in the television or film industry, the way that Christopher Rodham Hansen used to. There are a lot of cogs in the machine. Sure, his name is on the show, but he's not the one doing the work. There are a lot of gears that need to be greased and a lot of jobs that need to be filled. On a news show or true crime show like Hanson's, there are...
I need to get food. Hold on, I'll be back. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna get dinner. We'll never... Oh, no. Yeah, right, Chase? You know, Chase, if you take all the lyrics and you post them in a comment on that video, I'll pin it to the top. The Susie Lou reaction's pinned, but I would pin your comment if you did all the lyrics. Sadly, no. Not tonight, Trey, DLC3. If you want, you can come by and donate or watch and chat and hang out with me. I'm not really doing, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Shit. I'm not doing any, like, visits this stream. I'm just focusing on working on Crown Island. Hey, Vault. You didn't come this morning. Were you at the morning stream, Vault? I didn't see you.
Writers, researchers, fact-checkers, assistants, cameramen, people who work on the audio, producers, and so much more. There are so many people who are necessary to make a television show, or just a small segment of a television show, work, and work well. And Christopher Obama Hansen is just one of those many cogs in the machine. In fact, he's the least necessary cog. Chris Hansen was a host for various shows. Shows like True Crime Daily, Killer Instinct, and of course the one that made him a household name, Hansen vs. Predator. He is the narrator of the show, the person who tells you every point and makes it easily digestible and lets you know at any given point what's happening on screen. It's a fantastic job to have, and there's many a person in Hollywood who has that job. What would Jeopardy be without Alex Trebek? Nothing. The answer is nothing, because that man is an international treasure and deserves the entire world. However, everyone at home, when watching Jeopardy, knows subconsciously that Alex Trebek isn't the person who thinks up the question, or programs the little squares, or thinks of the ideas for the different shows, or even starts the timer music. None of us at home think that, because Alex Trebek has never pretended to do that. He has never pretended to have his hands in all of the pies, the way that Chris Hansen has. You see, Chris Hansen is really invested in making you, at home, believe that he, Christopher Onision Hansen, was behind the success of absolutely every single show he has ever been on. According to Chris Hansen, To Catch a Predator only worked because he was there, doing all the research, spending his nights in chat rooms pretending to be minors in order to lure predators to their decoy house, and not using services of various watchdog groups like Tetra Core and Perverted Justice. He was the one who had the brilliant idea to have these sting operations and to do this segment, not a competing studio or one of the producers or one of the many writers for the show he was on. And of course, he was the one who arrested the predators directly after, like I mentioned earlier, because he is a one-man operation. He's Chris Hansen's secret cop. Obviously, because of the tone of my voice and the fact that I'm extremely critical of this man, I am obviously kidding. None of that is true. Chris's part of almost every production he's ever been on is to narrate the story of what's going on screen. But he's not writing the narration. He's not telling you what he personally thinks. He is reading someone else's words. He's the person whose voice puts everything narratively together. And essentially, his job is to be the kid in class who reads out loud for everyone to hear. And that's a hard job, especially if you're anything like me and you stutter when you read out loud. It's a hard job for sure. He has the ability to read the words written for him and make a situation make narrative sense and provide context to the viewers at home. And while that isn't a feat in and of itself, it's not the intense research, background, writing, reporting, editing, and directing that he wants to tell you it is. And it certainly wasn't done because he was doing it himself. Chris was part of an established show and was assigned to report on child predators who used the internet to find victims. He had the help of researchers, writers, and various watchdog groups, but what he did on the show, which now gives him the background that we all praised and thought was legitimate, is basically what Ryan Seacrest does on every other show he's on. Chris Hansen is the Ryan Seacrest of true crime. He's a host. He had no idea the shows would take off the way he did, and through the brilliant idea of someone else behind the scenes, Chris ended up with a whole bunch of accolades that he is so proud to show off to everyone every opportunity he gets whenever someone is the least bit critical of him on Twitter. And that would all be fine and dandy had he not come to YouTube and shown how little work he does and how big of a scumbag he is. After being arrested for purposely writing bad checks, Chris made the decision to take his talents to YouTube, a platform he said was less legitimate than television, mainly because he couldn't find a job elsewhere. He was going to use his time, now that he couldn't find, quote, legitimate work in the field that he has stated multiple times he thinks is better than YouTube, he was going to use his time tracking down online predators and bringing them to justice. According to him, it was his life's calling, and regardless of if he had the backing of a major television studio behind him, he was going to spend his time researching these situations and bringing light to them. Which, seeing as that's what a majority of YouTubers have been doing without the help of a network studio, it would be a simple enough online operation, right? Well, apparently not. Apparently what me, to Mimi, Edwin's generation, Repsion, Ready to Glare, and everyone else in the commentary community has been doing for a substantial amount of years, apparently that is insanely hard to do, and something that mighty man, big brain Chris Hansen simply cannot be fucked to do. Mind you,
That's
none of
better.
us have had our name on any TV show, and and we don't get residual checks from our successful brands. So we started kind of at a disadvantage from Chris. Now before I continue, I do want to talk about a channel who does this very thing that Chris stated that he wanted to do on YouTube without any network funding and
Hold on.
and that is Anxiety War.
Food. It was baked potato, broccoli, and like steak. It was a little salty though. A little salty.
Confronting these predators who prey on these people, and he does a fantastic job.
PPE, still kind of
For
bad.
a good number of years, legitimately, and is clearly very good at it. The reason I bring that up right now is to show you that this can in fact be done and done well, without need for financial backing, without need for compensation and guaranteed money. Doing what Anxiety War does takes a lot of mental fortitude and grit, because the people he's talking to are disgusting, and what he is talking to them about weighs heavily on his mind. However, he does this work completely alone, without the help of researchers,
Hold on.
crews, or networks, and was never guaranteed
Hey,
any
Desai, what's up?
accomplishments or fanfare because of it. More than that, commentary channels like Repsion, Tamimi, Ready to Glare, The Right Opinion, Premium, and more research topics like Onision, Austin Jones, Ice Poseidon, and more, all by themselves, without knowing if their work is going to pay off or not, using just what is publicly available online.
That's
It
cool.
is possible to make high-quality, well-researched content without an entire team of researchers and workers behind you holding your hand along the way. I don't say that in order to jerk myself off, just so you guys are aware. I don't think what I do is super hard, and I don't think I make super high-quality content. But watch the Right Opinions video series about Onision and that investigation, and tell me that that isn't high production value. You can't. You'd be wrong. None of the people I have mentioned in the past minute are reporters, as far as I know.
Not
None
quite.
of us are investigative journalists with any sort of background in this. We are just people who want to expose predators with the evidence we are able to find. We do what we do in order to raise awareness about these situations, in order to make sure more people aren't able to fall into the manipulative practices that these people are doing. But what about Chris? Does he do his own research? No. He could not be bothered to do that. He's above it. Chris cannot be fucked to do his own research into cases, to watch the videos and archives about people he is talking about, because that is somehow beneath him. And back when he worked for a network, he never had to do that. People around him, watchdog groups, his researchers, people working alongside him, they had to do the dirty work. They had to do the research, and they would tell him what to say. They were in charge of making sure he had the right information and that everything he was saying was accurate. But
Thank you for telling them that, Lil Rice. Thank you. Yeah, that's basically it.
Machine or other web archives looking at Onision's now defunct forums to find evidence that this man allowed young women below the age of consent to post lewd photos and talked about them provocatively. He doesn't spend hours looking into different avenues and debunking the claims of Gregory, and have external hard drives full of things that have been wiped off the internet, the way I know a lot of people do have. No, instead of doing any of the legwork himself, he has people who did all of the work come on his show and talk about the work that they did that he knows they have, so he can find out about it as well. There have been numerous examples of this, with Chris Hansen inviting Repsion on, who is probably the foremost expert on Onision lore that there is online, seeing as he's been doing this for almost 10 years. He also had Blair White on, who has made plenty of videos about these subjects as well. At first, I honestly thought he was doing this to get some insight out of them, seeing as they have dealt with Onision one-on-one, and they've dealt with these subjects for a very long time. But after watching some of the interviews repeatedly, it became obvious to me that he was data mining them for information that he hadn't actually looked into. There are some instances in these interviews, in these conversations with these people, where Chris asks questions that absolutely blow me away in the worst way. You can tell Chris isn't asking the question to have an intro for people who don't know the subject. He's asking the question because he doesn't know the answer. But Chris isn't just someone who uses other YouTubers in his live stream in order to siphon easily accessible information that he could find by himself. He also enjoys pretending to be in close relationships with law enforcement when it comes to cases he's covering, because then he can continue to act with some sort of authority. He likes to pretend he's really close with the FBI, and they're good buds, and he's getting new information from them on the daily, when that in fact is not the case. If you are unaware, it's actually stupidly simple to get in touch with the FBI. Probably a little too easy, since people are now sending the Federal Bureau of Investigation the Leave These Here rant about Onision as evidence to the Onision case, which that's the most 2020 thing I've ever heard in my life, but fine, okay, whatever. Chris has contacted the FBI the way every single person can contact the FBI, and he has used this, quote, connection as a way to make him seem more and more legitimate and make it seem like he would actually be involved in the investigation into Onision, when, spoiler alert, that wasn't the case at all. Chris Hansen came online and told the world, told Onision's victim, told everyone within hearing distance that he was working hand in hand with the FBI to put this man behind bars for his action, when in fact he wasn't. He wasn't working with them. He wasn't their secret operative that could go out and publicly state anything. He was just doing this cool new thing called lying. But how do we know that he wasn't working with the FBI? How do we know that him and some of the FBI investigators weren't going down in the mall shop after and sharing a milkshake together? How do we know he wasn't on the front lines working with the Federal Bureau of Investigation on this serious case that they would most likely have asked their informant not to go and instigate fights with that person at his house? Well, we know this now because when he was given the opportunity to send evidence to the FBI directly and actually do a good bit of investigation and help a case against Onision and do something worthwhile, he opted not to do it. In fact, he opted to give it to someone who's an idiot. A lot of people, when talking about this situation, don't fault Chris directly for this situation because it was his dumbass employee, Vincent Nicotra, who's shown time and time again to be a dumbass who did this. But that to me makes it worse because Chris allowed this man who went on to dox multiple creators, strike their channels, harass them, and try to take them down on platform. Chris allowed that man who was doing all of that, and he was aware they were doing all that, to have access to this evidence. Had Chris not given this man access, he wouldn't have gotten it. And what blows my mind is he talks about how this investigation, what's going on right now, is his highest priority. It's his number one. You would think if it's his highest priority, he would have been aware of
terraforming.
was, who it's being sent to, and
what about terraforming, Little Rice?
His only job, and he stated it was
yeah,
his only job.
yeah, technically you're right.
Now back into the situation.
It's just terraforming takes really long.
The victim of Onision, Sarah, had a laptop that had evidence on it because it had previously belonged to Onision's husband, Kai. Sarah had this laptop for a long period of time and stated numerous times that there were things on that laptop that would show what Onision and Kai had been up to in terms of grooming, show illegal activity, and how they purposely groomed multiple women from very young ages. This laptop was talked about on streams, online, and people were excited to see what was going to be done with this. Now, a key aspect is that this laptop needed to go to the FBI in order to be authenticated. The evidence on it needed to be authenticated. And because Chris said, hey, hi, hello, I am a professional and just as accredited as the FBI and working in tandem, you should just send the laptop to me and my team, and we will send it to the authorities, which is stupid. As someone who has contacted the FBI before and has in regards to the videos I have found about Dottie Vanity, let me tell you, they never tell you to send your evidence elsewhere before you send it to them. They don't say, hey, send this piece of evidence that you found that is disturbing to your friend Tammy, or to Keith Morrison, or to a radio interview. No, they simply say, please send us the evidence because we need it. We need to authenticate it. If you want to hold someone accountable for a crime, you send the evidence to the people who can hold that person accountable for the crime. You don't send it to the authorities, because talking to him, according to him, was just as good. So sending him evidence was just like sending the evidence to the FBI. And that's not the same and should never be done. However, Chris was acting with this sort of authority. Chris was constantly saying his connection with the FBI, and he was working with them, and so doing that was essentially the same thing, which is not. The only way Chris was ever working with the FBI is by potentially calling them and giving them information, and maybe, at most, being an informant the same way I have been in the past. And let me tell you, when you are an informant about this stuff, the FBI doesn't call you to give you new updates regarding the case every time there's an update. You talk to them, but they're not like, oh, she's a part of this investigation now, she's SSA Special Agent Butthole. Like, no, that's I know I called Chris Hansen the secret cop earlier, but that really is what he thinks of himself. Sarah, being that she trusted this man who had this authority, who was speaking with authority, and was saying these things that everyone in the community was trusting, sent the laptop to a member of Chris Hansen's team, a person who was later fired after he doxed multiple people, false flagged multiple videos and accounts, and tried to stir up fake beef with members of the commentary community because he said, quote, all publicity is good publicity. Chris hired that guy and kept him on despite all of that, and only after people got pissed enough to make videos about him was he fired. Sarah, believing what Chris had said to her and believing he wouldn't hire someone as stupid as Vincent Nicotra and promote them constantly, sent the laptop with all the evidence against Onision to him, only for him to not send it to the FBI and just have it sit there, untouched, for months. At least, we hope it was untouched. Best case scenario, it was untouched, seeing as the man it was sent to talked openly on Twitter about messing with it and tampering with it. Multiple lawyers have already spoken out on this.
The gray screen of death?
About how this one action that was done by Chris and
it's what's her name? Creepshow Art. That's who's talking.
Which is great. because as someone who was on the hype train, who wanted to see something happen with this, I love hearing that. I love hearing that it's not gonna happen. So Chris Hansen literally destroyed the credibility of one of the only pieces of evidence against Onision that could have actually led to some kind of conviction or some solid evidence, because he pretended to be a part of the FBI investigation and hired a man who deliberately tampered with evidence. He hired a man who was so out of his depth that when given evidence, he just sat on it, and he publicly talked about destroying it. His actions of hiring this man who he didn't know and who he hadn't done any background checks on, hiring a man who thought threatening other YouTubers' livelihoods was great promotion for this investigation and Chris, hiring a man who was so disrespectful, so blatantly disrespectful that he would eat popcorn while listening to girls talk about their traumatic experiences. Chris's actions in doing that led to this conclusion. His actions of hiring this person and putting the community's trust in this person directly led to the investigation getting fucked. Because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He will hire anyone who says they want to help. He will align with anyone no matter what, and it's stupid. I personally am not a smart woman, but if you asked me to research the Onision situation and to speak to the victims, and one of them told me I have direct evidence, hard evidence that could lead to a conviction, I would not tell them to send it to me. I would not tell them I need to see it before you do anything, so I could have someone connected to me fuck with it. I wouldn't say that. I would just say, send it to the cops, my dude. Send it to the FBI. Send it to the authorities. But that is just me, and I am stupid. I'm obviously stupider than Chris. He's obviously way smarter than all of us here. Chris is not a reporter. He's not an investigative journalist. He is a host. He is a man who can read a sentence that has been typed out for him by someone else and talk about an issue that someone else has researched. He does the bare minimum in every essence of the word. And in the YouTube world, where you have people like Repsion, The Right Opinion, Nicholas Iorio, Tamimi, and so many more, people who spend hours researching their videos and finding archives and putting the legwork in, he just doesn't stack up. At a certain point, I was very, very, very hopeful that Chris would be able to bring mainstream audiences into what was going on online and bring in real results. I was one of the people who straight up said having a reporter who has legitimately been in this business for years and years will undoubtedly be a good thing. But I was wrong. Chris isn't a reporter, and if he is, he's a lazy one. He is used to everyone else doing the work for him. He doesn't understand social media. He doesn't understand that he is no longer the hotshot that he used to be. And his licking Jeffree Star's asshole on stream and asking what it's like to be a social media millionaire really drove that home to me. He is
Damn, girl! Licking.
All the hard research.
Damn.
He recycles the same content repeatedly. He has disrespected the survivors multiple times. He has tampered with evidence, and he has shown multiple times he truly doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And the dumbest part is, the stupidest part, is we all thought that this guy on TV was real. We all thought that Chris Hansen, that we knew and loved, who would confront people, who would talk to them, who would use their words against him, was real. I had so much respect for this guy, and seeing him do this, seeing him fumble his way through all of these investigations, disrespecting survivors and everything else, it's just gross. It is gross, point blank period. I am pissed, honestly, because it's one thing to listen to the survivors and to want to boost their voices so that everyone will hear their stories and others won't be hurt as well. That is one thing to do. But that's not what he's doing, because he's gone out of his way to give them hope of seeing a conviction. Seeing this man who has hurt so many women, to see him go to jail, but he has destroyed the only solid piece of evidence there was against him and made it so no court conviction can come from it. It's insane. It's insane that he has done it, and it's insane that he's coming online as if he's doing any good. He's out of his depth, and it truly shows. I was going to talk about so much more in this video. I was going to go over the terrible interview with Jeffree, bring up every time Jeffree contradicted himself. That was so blatantly obvious, and how Chris didn't call him out and instead would ask Jeffree a softball question about philanthropy every time, you know, assault came up and what he said came up. I was going to go over how Keemstar and Colossal is crazy somehow, without being investigative journalists, did Chris's job better than he did. I was going to go over how his legal representation is a man accused of sexual assault. I was going to go over how he was going to cover the Ice Poseidon situation with a minor, and then pretended to be hacked because he talked to Ice behind the scenes and ended up dropping the case for some reason. I was going to go over him spreading false information about COVID-19, something that YouTube legitimately had a mini adpocalypse over because they wanted to make sure that false information didn't go out there, even though Chris was there spreading it. I was going to talk about all that, but frankly, at this present moment, I can't right now. If you guys want it, let me know, but I can't right now. I will probably go on live stream and talk about those things later, but seriously, this man used whatever platform he had to look into the eyes of each and every victim and say a quick, quiet little fuck you. He doesn't respect the survivors, he doesn't respect the people he is profiting off of, and hell, he can't even be fucked to remember their gender pronouns. Honest to God, I'm just too annoyed. Chris, if you're here, I was a fan of you. I thought you were great, but it turns out you are just the guy in class who takes credit for all the work that everyone else has done. And I think that's bullshit. Fuck you, Chris. Do better, or fuck all the way off. Also, fuck you for saying my questions to Jeffrey sucked. My questions to Jeffrey were better than whatever the fuck you asked, you annoying windbag.
Damn! Damn! She really did not like that. Yeah, thank you, Lil Rice. What's up, guys? Ah, god damn it, I screwed that. Hold on. Another giveaway tomorrow morning? Yes! Yes! Will you be hosting another giveaway soon? Also, does duping ever get boring? No, Trey DLC 3. It never gets boring! Oh my god. You know how much fun I have doing it? Oh my god. You know what's the best part? And yes, he's always bored of duping. Yeah, I am, actually. I think it's pretty obvious. I don't like necessarily doing it. It's boring. Like, but here's the thing. I'm doing it for you guys. I'm doing it so that way you have crowns and bells and, you know, extravagance that you can buy stuff without having to, like, backbreak. Here, let's put it this way. Nick, what is that for? What is what for? Thank you, Lil Rice. I mean, my point being is that I make it easier for all of you by giving you bells. You want to spend 3 hours grinding tarantulas? That's fine. Like, I'm sure it's fun grinding tarantulas, but me, I would rather grind crowns. Like, that's just me. I'd rather do that. And we love you for it. Thank you, Matt.
They're water resistant. They have a nice tug fit.
Gonna play some Repsion in the background.
Incredible bass. The best part of all is that these little earbuds are a fraction of the price that you would pay for high quality earbuds from other brands. I mean, just take a look at this. These are all the different sizes that fit your ear for ultimate comfortability. If you use my special URL link down below in the description, buyraycon.com/Repsion, 15% off your order. Combined with these earbuds already being half off, and you're saving 50%. There's an opportunity for high quality earbuds that you cannot resist. Try it out for yourself. You won't regret it. So Susie Lou, if you work in retail, if you work in the restaurant industry or specifically fast food, allow me to start an entrance into the type of person that she thinks that she is. This caused a lot of controversy with the statements that she released because it pretty much demeaned every single person who works in the fast food industry. Daily Mail even wrote an article about her. Go and get an actual decent job. YouTuber blasts striking McDonald's workers for expecting hands out even though she makes a living doing video games. McDonald's workers are on strike because they want 10 euros an hour. Go and get an actual decent job. Stop expecting handouts. Hashtag strike. Their workers in Scotland make less than 10 euros an hour after years of studying, so 10 euros an hour to work at McDonald's definitely seems steep. No one strives to be a worker at that company. They strive to better themselves in life. I don't feel it's decent in my opinion. She replies, that must be what Donald Trump deals with when he tweets. She's comparing herself to the President of the United States due to the backlash that she received from literally bashing anybody who wanted better wages for working at McDonald's. Allow me to say something very clear-cut and bluntly honest. People who work in fast food have a lot more courage than me. If I worked in that type of job, I'd probably be fired within a week. It takes a certain type of person to be able to do that. Serve customers like Susie Lou, who think that they're somehow better than them and superior to them because they're not working a real job. Serving food for people who people need to eat. Regardless of whether you think the food's good or not, it doesn't matter. The fact is, you're literally putting people down for working and making a wage. It may be not a livable wage, whether it's livable or not livable. The point is, it is a job, regardless of what you think of how bad that job may be. And Susie, are you really in a position to
Hey, what's up?
when your entire channel consists of literal copyright?
Well, let's say this, Lil Rice. If they donate tonight too, they'll get bumped on the list. McHoney, I remember trying you this morning. Did I get to you this morning? Because you should be first on tomorrow if I didn't get to you this well. I can't remember. I remember I tried going to you like 3 times, and it was really bad, so remind me.
When you sit at home watching anime for a living, making almost $10,000 a month on Patreon, people are really not going to like you for saying things like that. Anywho, let's take a look at her channel. Her channel has roughly 40,000 subscribers. She's been on this platform for quite a few years, and she's actually had her channel suspended multiple times, and somehow, someway, it always gets restored and back up on YouTube. Now, if you take a deep dive into her YouTube channel, you're going to find quite a big trend. And this trend consists of individual episodes of anime.
Alright, Sean, we'll try tomorrow.
She does do gameplay every once in a while, but
My Wi-Fi should revert, because mobile data.
as reaction videos, and she does each individual episode of these animes, and it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And I'm talking, there is a plethora, a library of hundreds of individual videos of her doing anime reaction. Now look, I don't care if you really like reaction stuff, but there's a fundamental problem with her channel, is that these entire episodes are in raw format. It's literally
Cool. That's cool.
like this in the corner of the screen. She minimizes the video, and this is the key point here, she changes the opacity of the anime itself for YouTube. And there's an actual reason for this. Because YouTube has a system known as a Content ID bot. It's basically a software that when you upload raw formats of movies or animes or TV shows, it is auto-detected by YouTube software, and it detects it, and then it puts a claim on that video that says this claim is the studio or the company that owns this anime or film, taking away your monetization, and then the company can either strike you or monetize your video of them off of using their type of content. Now, the reason that she changed the opacity on these anime videos is because YouTube's bot system doesn't pick it up. So she's knowingly going out of her way to edit the entire raw format of the anime so that YouTube doesn't pick it up. And let me explain to you something. Her anime reaction videos are terrible. I'm talking like 20-30 minutes in length of just sitting here and oh my gosh, wow, that was cool. I'm not joking. This is the consistency level of her reactions. It is literally a few word sentences, put shocked big eyes, and somehow, some way, that's considered commentary. That is considered fair use. And let me explain to you something, it's not, because her channel was already eliminated once for copyright infringement, and rightfully so. Hi, patrons. Well, remember back when I said 2010 was a really bad year for me? It just somehow managed to get worse. This week, I had a bunch of strikes come off my YouTube channel, and I was able to upload again, which was great. Yesterday, I posted an update talking about the situation, how I hoped it was going to go back to normal. Unfortunately, I woke up this morning and my channel was suspended. Apparently, I was hit by the same bot last night, and instead of the strikes applying to my channel, YouTube just decided to shut me down. Confusing considering that that's not their policy, but anyways, my manager at YouTube is supposed to be on holiday until next week, but he's back in the office today investigating why this happened and how we can fix it. I will no doubt have to delete all of my Naruto videos as I can't trust I won't keep getting caught in this bot, and TV Tokyo are refusing to issue a comment. I can't take an entire movie and upload it to YouTube, put my face next to the video, and sit there for 2.5 hours and do, oh my gosh, wow, ooh, crazy, that's cool, modify the video so YouTube doesn't pick it up, and then when the individual company comes along and strikes the video, takes it down, I claim fair use, I'm being targeted incorrectly. And you know what the crazy thing is, guys? It doesn't just stop there. The amount of effort she goes in to bypass all of this astounds me. So, if we take a look at her Patreon...
In these videos, she's not even trying to make them transformative, and this is blatantly in violation of Patreon's policy. If you're wondering...
Can I be a mod?
I've had to retake the screenshot over and over.
I don't know, I need to make everybody mod at this point, huh?
Content on Patreon. She now has, let me just check one more time, 1,791 Patreons at this time of recording. She hides exactly how much she's making, but there's only one tier, and it's for $5. This means, I'm not joking, she's making $8,955 a month to watch full uncut stolen content on Patreon. I'm sure this won't be permanent, as I would assume she'll get some sort of letter in the mail or a termination notice on Patreon or both. But wait, there's another great bright idea coming.
So I've decided that in a couple of weeks' time, when my website is up and running, all the usual Naruto videos that you guys are used to are going to be up on my website for free. You're going to be able to go to the website and watch them exactly the same as you've been watching them on this channel.
But it gets better there. If you actually take it, here's a screenshot of the entire catalog of the days of the week, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. And these are more anime reaction type videos, but they're not on YouTube. And as you can see, some of these things on Patreon actually don't have the opacity adjusted at all, because she's not uploading it to YouTube. She's actually uploading it on a private site known as Vimeo, which you can also privatize video and give a special URL and link that. So she's going through Patreon and actually distributing full episodes of shows and anime using a different video site. And John Swan, when I talked to him a few days ago, made a fantastic point that I didn't even consider. I was thinking to myself, how does she make so much money on Patreon by doing this copyright infringement? And it's because, well, she's a YouTuber and she's a girl, and people want that personal connection with their favorite YouTuber. Regardless of whether you like reaction videos or not, they're willing to pay $5 a month, because not only do they get the full episodes of the anime that she's reacting to constantly every single day, but it's with your favorite YouTuber, so it's more personalized, if that's the proper term. If you consider just saying, oh wow, crazy. Ah, oh, If you consider that personalized, by all means, maybe you're a little bit delusional. I don't think you should be throwing money, but hey, it's your money. Do whatever you want. Should you be supporting somebody financially who's actually committing copyright infringement? Because she's charging less than a Crunchyroll or an anime subscription service model for access to unlimited anime. And she's actually charging less. Therefore, people, if they want to save a buck,
I mean, she's not really charging for unlimited anime, but
model of distribution of anime, thus supporting the company that actually makes the shows. Like, it's a really scummy thing that she's doing, but it doesn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. Susie Liu is also a chronic false flagger. Now, there's a difference between copyright striking a video and striking a video through flagging it. A lot of DMCAs you can get restored by filing appeal. A community's guideline strike, which is when you flag a video, a lot of those when a video gets flagged for a community guideline strike, which you need 3 of them to have your channel terminated, a lot of the appeals actually don't.
I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
Pretty strict on actually appealing.
How you doing that one, Boba Kid?
And there's a YouTuber by the name of John Swan who uploaded a video just less than a week ago where he made a video specifically talking about this problematic behavior that Susie Liu is just showcasing and doing on this platform of YouTube. She's taking out smaller creators who make any sort of response video to her videos, whether it be commentary or criticism or critical of her content or the things that she said. I realize it's a bit blurry, but take into account this is the type of person we're dealing with. I own the copyright to my face, which is what you use without permission. You were clearly desperate to use someone who gets views to help your video get a boost. LOL. Too bad. Susie, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but just because somebody makes a video talking about some of the things that you've done doesn't mean that they're trying to get a clout boost. There's no clout boosting from your channel. If you examine your channel with any sort of criticalness, you're going to see that your channel is literally a fluff piece of copyright infringement that contains no substance. You don't even have a personality. There's absolutely no substance or content to what you create on YouTube. And it's in violation of pure copyright law. Just imagine being so conceited that you think that you own the copyright to your face. You're a public figure. And so we can't use an image or a video of things that you've said or done because your face is copyrighted. Copyright law doesn't work that way. There's a video made in December by Nicholas Diorio titled Susie Liu, the false flagger, terminated for stealing content. A company that owns the anime, I think, I'm butchering the name here, Naruto, I don't know, I've never actually watched it before. The company actually struck Susie Liu completely because people contacted the anime company that's distributing and made this anime, and they're like, hey, this person is actually taking full raw episodes of your show and uploading it to your YouTube channel. Change the opacity to bypass YouTube's bot system. It guarantees you the legal right to your own content that you own, that you make, that she's legitimately stealing. That's not a word that I often use, but that's what this is. And John Swan's video, as of last week, that had over 100,000 views, was actually removed. It was appealed, but as I mentioned, appealing a community guideline strike is really difficult. They usually don't go through when they get hit. The video was removed for harassment and cyberbullying. Now, of course, when you actually watch these appeal things, we don't really know the specifics of why the video was taken down, what was the highlight of it, but there was an actual segment in John Swan's video where he talked about the size of her noggin. So, like, the size of this, right? And he made a remark, sarcastic, satirical remark about how the size of the forehead must mean you got some big brains in your noggin, right? That's like... But according to YouTube's new TOS Terms of Service Agreement, YouTube takes creator-on-creator harassment really seriously, and they have it highlighted in the rules that you cannot attack physical appearances or attributes of an individual. Thus, I think that is why the video was removed. John Swan uploaded the video yet again. Remove that segment. It's still on YouTube for the last few days. It's down below in the description. I recommend you watch it. You need all the context and information you can get on Susie Liu. It does a really good job of that. Susie Liu is a false flagger. She goes around and reports any video that is negative of her or critical of her in any fashion, regardless of whether it's a video that falls under fair use or not. She recently showed her flag history, and you can see this. Susie Liu is a massive hypocrite. Another female lies and false copyright strikes. Susie Liu, false flagger and trying to get channels terminated. Susie Liu, white knights defend her false copyright strikes. Even channels that re-upload content that isn't hers, she will flag that because she can't deal with anybody either A, using her face, B, being critical of her in a way that falls under fair use and research and education. And 3, she knows that she's guilty of the things that she does is because anytime a person makes a video about her, showcasing a problem with her channel or her content, she either A, disables comments and likes, which then, as of yesterday, she recently re-enabled them again, but you can tell that the comments section of her videos are being heavily censored because they're only positive comments. And 3, guess what? She's also incredibly, when it comes to content creation, lazy. I mean, it's an anime reaction thing, right? So you can't really any lazier than just reacting to an anime every single episode and sitting on your bum all day doing nothing. I mean, that's a privileged position to be able to make $7,000 to $8,000 a month simply by doing that. I mean, hell, I'm doing everything wrong with my Patreon, clearly, but I digress. She also went after a channel known as Tipster Gaming. A smaller YouTube channel has been very critical and keeping up to date with her antics and behaviors, and we found out that she's
I just wanted to skip the tipster gaming part.
for using her content, but in her content, she's stealing other content, fully raw edited anime episodes. It's like this weird circle. It's like there's no offset path. It's just like this roundabout that's just like, that doesn't make any sense. It's more than a double standard. It's more than hypocrisy. It's the most disingenuous form of copyright abuse / flagging I've ever seen. It's actually worse than Onision, because Onision doesn't flag my content or other people. He typically just does a false CMCA, the video gets taken down, it's back up in 20 days. It's annoying, but guess what? Copyright abuse is a problem on YouTube. It always has been, always will be. Flagging content, completely different area of YouTube, and most appeals don't go through. The YouTube responded to John Swan and said that the appeal is staying that way. So then what did he do? He went and re-uploaded the video and took out the part mentioning about her noggin size in reference to having a big brain. And while the video's still up, it's linked down below in the description, but all this stuff is happening right now. This is ongoing right now. Susie Liu is abusing not only copyright on YouTube, striking content down that is critical to her in any way, but she's stealing constantly. And even better, if you go to her website, she has all this stuff categorized. Naruto, Sword Art Online, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, where you can watch these full episodes of this anime and her reactions to it. The problem with this is glaring if you don't see it, is that you can't do this. I can't make a website called MrRepsion.com and then upload every single Star Wars movie of all 9 movies and offer it free to my fans while I go, ooh, ah, ah, every 5 minutes. It doesn't work that way. She's actually, from her website and what she's doing right now, she's opening herself up to a massive actual lawsuit from these companies that actually are, they have a lot more money than probably Susie Liu does. Again, she's stealing content and making money off stolen content. It blows my mind how she's not in more trouble from doing this, and she has gotten in trouble. What's even crazier is that after her website launched, they found out that they had no access to her website if they were from Japan. That's because she actually region blocked the entire country of Japan temporarily so that people couldn't report her infringing content and would have to use a VPN in order to have access to it.
That's sad.
Pretty crazy stuff. Now, when she got called out for region blocking the country of Japan, she immediately revoked that, but that just goes to show how much she's going out of her way to avoid being caught or getting in trouble while stealing. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The Susie Liu files, I have a feeling this is not going to be done. It's an ongoing situation that just keeps getting worse and worse and worse as the weeks go by into our April quarantine and probably into May. So we all have too much time on our hands. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. All the people that I mentioned are linked down below. Their videos on Susie Liu are also linked down below. Recommend you check them out. They deserve the subscriptions, they deserve the views, and they don't deserve to be false flagged or taken down falsely.
Come on already. Okay, good. Damn, that's bad. Wow. What are we at right now? Hey, Jeremiah, what's up? 10 viewers. Yay, 10 viewers! What is your favorite type of apple? I like Gaia apples. You ever eat Gaias? I think my brother likes Macintosh, but I don't know. Hold on. How did you get so many crowns? Duping. Duping. The beautiful disaster of Susie Lou.
May I have your attention, please? Under Online Privacy Protection Act, I am required to inform viewers that this video and channel are not intended for children under the age of 13 and is strictly for immature audience. If you are under 13 years old, please f*** off and go back to watching Sesame Street. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Hey, what's up, internet? Welcome back to another video. I hope you all are doing well today. I figured it was time I jump on the bandwagon for some more views because today we're going to be talking about the most legendary, totally legal reaction channel on the internet, Susie Lou. About 2.5 weeks ago, I made a video covering YouTube's response to the situation, but didn't go in depth on the actual situation itself because first, YouTube's response was way more important, and second, I didn't want to risk my channel getting striked or flagged. But ever since I made that video, the situation has evolved into such a hilariously beautiful disaster that I legitimately can't ignore it. So today, I'm going to be giving you a rundown of the Susie Lou situation, starting from her initial controversy all the way up to today. So sit back, relax, crack open a nice cold Dr. Pepper, and let's jump in. To start, Susie Lou is a reaction channel with over 300,000 subscribers who is known for reacting to various animes such as Naruto and My Hero Academia. To understand how this all started, we travel back to February 17th, 2018. A creator named Mark After Dark uploaded a video where he used a 20-second clip of one of Susie Lou's videos to make a joke in his intro.
That's the end of it. No! I want to spend the rest of my life like that. It feels so real. It's not fair. It's not fair. Because it was so amazing.
Stop it. Get some help.
What's up? Fast forward to over 1 year later, on March 12th, 2019, Susie Lou found Mark After Dark's video and didn't particularly like that she was featured in it. So she decided, like any logical person would, to send him a copyright takedown notice, resulting in the video being removed and a strike being given.
Bye, Sean.
Now, if you know anything about copyright law,
It's okay, Chase, I understand. What's up, Pokemon Poke Journeys? How are you?
Familiar with how fair use works? It's a defense for an argument of copyright infringement, where as long as the clip is being used for education, commentary, or criticism, then it is protected and does not qualify as copyright infringement. To back this up, approximately 2 weeks later on March 28th, 2019, another creator by the name of Tipster made a video where he interviewed social media lawyer Ian Corzine about the situation and to see if the clip was protected under fair use.
But basically, like, you saw the two clips. We saw the comparison where
Yes.
you can kind of see the alterations he made, and then you can see her clip in its entirety. Based on what you know when you deal with these kinds of cases, and as a lawyer who frequently deals with these kinds of things, would you say that that clip is fair use?
Yeah, of course that clip is fair use. I don't even understand how you can construe it any other way. Mark was making a joke. You know, the typical analysis on YouTube, in my opinion, you can see it in my videos on my channel, is whether or not someone uses a short clip, because in YouTube, you really need to use a short clip, because under copyright law, you can only use as much of a clip, an audio clip, video clip, whatever, as you need to make your joke, to do the documentary, to teach your lesson. And so in this situation, it is a fairly short clip, all right? And it's followed by a direct comment, the Michael Jordan picture in quote, after she makes her statement.
However, shortly after that video was uploaded, the video was taken down with a community guidelines strike for bullying and harassment. Now, I'm not a YouTube employee, but I know how to read. Nowhere in the community guidelines do I see an interview with a lawyer qualifying as harassment. Who the hell would strike down a video like this? Unless... No, it couldn't be. Later that same day, Susie and her boyfriend Stejo appeared on a live show called RFC After Hours, where they were asked to show their flag history in order to prove their innocence. Stejo showed his, where there was nothing.
Alright, Stejo, did you type the reward history link? Alright, you want to turn on your webcam and show us what's on the screen?
Screen share.
Yeah, screen share, not webcam. Alright, we're showing this on screen. Let me go ahead and full screen it for the entire audience to see. This is his channel here. Now, it says the icon of the channel is being blocked by could you like maybe like zoom in so that it would appear bigger so that we know this is your channel?
I looked, it is.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, if you shrink the Discord, it should.
Fair enough. Now, do you have any other channels?
Yeah, there it is.
Do you have any other channels?
Oh shit, sorry, no.
No? Okay, this is your only one. Alright. Well then we've seen your channel. Now once Susie Lou gets back, we wanna check her thing and just make sure that, you know, you guys are completely innocent of flagging Tipster.
So Stejo was innocent, but what about Susie? Well...
I got 5 minutes.
Alright, then show your flag history. We don't need
We need to see your flag history.
One of you guys sounds like a cartoon character. It's actually amazing.
I don't care. I want to see your flag history. I mean, this is vital. If you want to prove your innocence, you gotta show your flag history.
Why would I care to prove my innocence to a bunch of nobodies on the internet?
Definitely not guilty. You flag Tipster. Oh no. You gotta see video. We can't see that.
We need the screen share.
Whoa! Hold on.
Lots of GG reloaded though.
Yeah, lots of GG reload.
Yeah, we can't.
And you can look. You can scroll down too. Like, where's the scroll?
Oh my.
Wait.
On the right-hand
This
side.
is not a good look, Susie.
Wait a minute. Stop me up. Wait a minute, Susie, no!
Alright, maybe it could be. After this, there was some outrage that...
Retracted messages, what happened?
For a while, Susie went about her business and began doing...
Hey, Blue Boy, what's up?
...from gaming. Except, her reaction videos weren't actually reactions. What she did was put a full episode of an anime in the bottom right corner of the video, set the transparency in the range of like 25 to 50%, and every few minutes would make some sort of audible. This is copyright infringement. See, the thing with fair use is that the content you're inserting has to be used for a limited and transformative purpose. For example, if I were to insert a clip of hers that was, say, 30 seconds long, and afterwards I made a few comments criticizing her like I'm doing here and will do later in this video, that's considered fair use. Her content is putting a full unedited anime episode in the corner of her screen with transparency turned down and every few minutes saying one thing. To better explain this, I turn your attention to fellow commentator John Swan.
At the time of writing, I took her most recent Naruto Shippuden reaction and edited it down to all the parts when she speaks or has any sort of exclamation. Out of the 18-minute and 7-second video, she speaks for a whopping 3 minutes and 30 seconds. If you do the math, 81% of the video is content that does not belong to her.
So, if Susie Lou is breaking copyright law, why is her channel still up? Well, her channel actually was removed on December 27th, 2019 because of copyright infringement. However, it was reinstated about a day later. Why is this, you may ask?
So basically, I was at a Christmas party with family. We were seeing all the nieces and the nephews and things like that. So there was me just like, oh, I'll just double check and see if everything's gone up okay. You know, I always tell myself to not check my YouTube like right before I go to bed because I get kind of sucked in and I want to like read some comments or like your comments and things like that. And I went to check it and it was like account suspended. And then by the time I woke up the next day, I was like, joking. Okay, I was like, what happened? So I had no emails whatsoever to tell me why it had been suspended. I had no emails to even tell me had I, got more strikes or anything like that. I had no emails whatsoever. So I basically phoned up my YouTube partner manager and I was like, what the heck's going on? And I felt so bad because obviously people are on holiday. YouTubers, what's a holiday to us? That and my partner manager and then all the people that work with him they're supposed to be on holiday until next week. So they went straight back into office and they found out what happened.
First off, it's not the job of a YouTube partner manager to do anything like that, as confirmed by fellow creator Elper Echelon.
Susie Lou is a channel at over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. Sounds like a lot, which means she does in fact have a partner manager.
I gotta get my charge for my phone. Oh.
I have one too. In fact,
They did patch the glitch, but mine's not updated, yeah.
That they do not operate in the capacity that Susie Lou claims.
And second, if this is true, YouTube is breaking the law. YouTube is protected under a federal provision known as Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. In this provision, it states that internet service providers or platforms are not liable for the content uploaded by any given user. However, according to U.S. Code Title 17, Chapter 5, Section 512, Subsection I, it lays out requirements for liability protection. Also, fuck, that was a mouthful. It states, quote, the limitations on liability established by this section shall apply to a service provider only if the service provider, A, has adopted and reasonably implemented and informed subscribers and account holders of the service provider system or network of a policy that provides for the termination in appropriate circumstances of subscribers and account holders of the service provider system or network who are repeat infringers, and B, accommodates and does not interfere with standard technical measures. Looking at the definition of standard technical measures, it reads, quote, as used in this subsection, the term standard technical measures means technical measures that are used by copyright owners to identify or protect copyrighted works and A, have been developed pursuant to a broad consensus of copyright owners and service providers in an open, fair, voluntary, multi-industry standards process.
Oh my god, I love duping so much, guys. I think I'm in love with this.
And non-discriminatory terms, and C, do not impose substantial costs on service providers or substantial burdens on their systems.
Oh my god, this is so much fun.
In your head right now questioning what the fuck I'm talking about, so let's break this down. YouTube does have a copyright system which provides account termination for repeat offenders. However, in the case of Susie Lou, YouTube, or rather somebody at YouTube, has interfered with standard technical measures, which in this case were multiple DMCA takedowns. So, in short, YouTube broke the law. Then we turn to April 3rd, 2020. This is the day where John Swan uploaded his video on Susie Lou. This video exposed everything I've discussed so far, along with even more. But merely 6 days later, his video was taken down for a community guidelines violation of harassment and cyberbullying. And of course, in this scenario, all eyes turned in the direction of Susie Lou. In response to this, John Swan put up a tweet where he said, Susie Lou strikes again, war starts now. Then, out of nowhere, the official Team YouTube Twitter account responded to him saying, we apply our policies consistently regardless of who flags content. Your video was flagged by many users before being removed. The team reviewed your appeal and confirmed that the video did violate our harassment policies. More on those policies here, followed by a link to the community guidelines. We appreciate that you re-uploaded an edited copy of the video that complies with our policies and does not include repeated attacks based on someone else's appearance. We also looked into your concerns regarding copyright abuse and did not find any evidence of that. As I said earlier, I made a separate video responding to this bullshit statement, so if you want to break down and my thoughts, link in the description. So how did Susie respond? She took to Twitter. A user replied to one of her tweets saying, those flags aren't manually reviewed, you know, and in response she replied saying, the videos were reviewed by a team at YouTube, it wasn't a snap decision. Another user replied saying, imagine thinking you are important enough that a human would review every single one of your flags at YouTube. Her response was just pure gold. I have a partner manager, you idiot. LOL. Once again, it's not the job of a partner manager to operate in this way, as I said earlier.
Right.
Eventually, there was so much heat that both Susie and Steejo purged their entire Twitter accounts, leaving just a retweet of YouTube's response to John Swan. This leads into something interesting. In YouTube's response, they said that John's video was reported by many users. This begins allegations of mass flagging campaigns by her viewers from her Discord. For context, shortly after the Twitter purge, Susie's Discord server seemingly vanished from existence, unavailable everywhere for everyone, including her fans.
It's Harvey. Yeah, it is Harvey.
To John with screenshots of a conversation between Susie and Stejo. It begins with Stejo saying, "Oh wait, apparently you've been telling folk to flag people in this Discord, then you deleted the Discord even though it's still here. It's the guy who was being a dick and got banned." Susie then replied saying, "What guy? I didn't see anyone." To which Stejo said, "The dude yesterday." But here's where it gets interesting. There was no evidence of any conversation taking place the day before, which led to speculation that the chat was frequently being purged. Then, on April 15th, 2020, Susie Lou made the genius decision to make a 25-minute response video to all of her critics and the situation at hand titled The Real Tea. Now, given this is a 25-minute video and there is still a lot to cover, I'm going to go over the major points that she attempts to make because, quite frankly, they suck.
So what the heck happened? Well, it basically goes all the way back to March 2019, I would say. So this is when it kind of all like kicked off. This is when it started. Basically, back then, I came across a creator that I was really unhappy with how he had used my video. Like, it wasn't a video that was criticizing me in any way. He took my Let's Play to then put at the start of his Let's Play, but only to make me look stupid. And I think what's even weirder was that he never even referenced my clip in his video. It's like, why was it there? There was absolutely no point it being there whatsoever. And that was why I issued a strike, because I wanted it taken down.
So, basically what you're saying is you admit to issuing a false copyright takedown on Mark After Dark's video? Hey, YouTube, here's your proof of copyright abuse.
Basically, they were getting harassed by Tipster off YouTube. It was happening on Twitter. And they threatened her, and it really, really upset her, and she complained to YouTube. And YouTube came to me because they were like, listen, we have had numerous complaints about this channel. This is Tipster's channel. And we want your side of all the things, all the times you have had to deal with this person. So I told them.
All right, let me get this straight. YouTube came to you to resolve a dispute between two other creators. Anybody that believes this, I suggest going back to school because you all clearly don't have well-developed brains. If you think for a second that I'm gonna believe that YouTube came to you about a situation you had no involvement in, then you're more stupid than I thought. If this actually happened, prove it. Otherwise, I don't believe it.
When the videos came down from his channel, I had no idea that they were coming down. They didn't tell me anything. Like, basically, I got a couple of messages on my Discord that were like, oh, have you seen that they've taken 3 videos down from Tipsters? And I was like, what? And I even said at the time, I was like, see if they've taken videos that just have my name attached to them, like, I'm gonna be pissed because I know how that looks. You know what I mean?
But wait a second, Susie. You just claimed you were involved in the situation, so why didn't YouTube tell you about it? Oh yeah, because it didn't happen. If I had to guess, I bet you just sent those videos off to your simp at YouTube and complained about them to get taken down. The amount of sheer stupidity here blows my mind.
In regards to the other channel in question, sorry, I forgot his name, John Swan. So it came to my attention, like the video barely had like any views or anything like that, but it came to my attention on my Discord and people were like, have you seen this video? So I had a look at the video and I was like, why? Like, that's disgusting. Do you know what I mean? I had never spoken to this day, still never spoken to this person. and they put up a video where the entire video was basically just talking about the size of my forehead, going on about my features. You don't get to do things like that. At the end of the day, people say, oh, but it was just a joke. It was about me, and I didn't think it was funny at all.
So the video she's referring to here is a video from John Swan's second channel where he made a critical analysis on the size of her forehead. There were some light jabs here and there, but fun fact, humor is subjective. Something you don't find funny may be found funny by others.
So I was very vocal about that one. I says to you guys on Twitter or wherever it was, I was like, I didn't like that video. I was pretty annoyed about that video. And all that happened in regards to that video was I had a ton of people come over to me to basically be like, oh my god, look at the size of your forehead. And that's what I was getting constantly. And I was like, no, you can piss off. You know what? No, I'm not happy about that. Again, and this is what blows my mind, is that he also came out and said, okay, that was risky.
You so rich. Yeah, you know it.
You guys, both of you, have literally admitted
That response is really bad. Hey, no, it was horrible, right?
you were in the wrong.
Saying that an action was a risky move doesn't automatically mean you're in the wrong. It means that your action has risks associated with it, whether it is right or wrong. I also find it interesting how you keep referring to the video on John's second channel, yet you never refer to the 35-minute video he initially posted on his main channel. It's really intriguing. Allegedly after this, her subscribers began to send threats to creators covering the story, but nothing from Susie herself. That was until a few days later when her Patreon, where she was uploading full uncut anime episodes behind a paywall, was purged of all its content. I unfortunately couldn't find the post, so I'll let Jeremy from the Quartering read it to you.
Hey guys! So many of you have noticed I've taken down the backlog of videos that were on this Patreon. That's because we're moving everything away from Vimeo onto our own CDN we run for the website. We've been meaning to do this for months, but we were wanting to make sure that everyone was robust enough that there would be as little disruption as possible. This is actually the reason that we started the website in the first place. With the VIP on the website, we'll be able to have much more control over what we're offering in terms of added benefits to you. Not only will you be able to get the VIP exclusive videos, but we'll be able to give you guys no ads on the rest of the site. Money off merch that we should have had by now, but the COOF has put a stop to that. Benefits for long-term members, discounts, birthday gifts, the list is endless. All of this you can't actually do with Patreon at the moment. You don't have to worry about your Patreon pledge rolling over into the next month, as we'll have a code for you to use that'll give you a discount for the first month. Still working on the details. Obviously, this is a big change and the content will be different, but the means that you will be getting, that means you'll be getting a lot more for your money. As for the videos moving forward, the VIP will not have to worry about the videos being transparent, but they will have edits. While this might disappoint some, it's to keep in line with fair use and keeps the companies happy too. More to come next few weeks.
There you have it, folks. She admitted that she's committed copyright infringement. Now, Patreon may not be an option for her anymore, but what about her website? She's still going to be uploading reactions, but what do they look like? Well, I don't know if that even matters because allegedly, a ton of anime companies are getting together for a massive lawsuit. I don't have any hard evidence of this. However, there is something. Yesterday, Susie Lou's main and second channels had possibly hundreds of videos removed from the platform due to copyright takedown notices. Now, the important thing to note here is that it says the video was removed by a third party. Only big corporations and massive YouTubers can claim videos without revealing who they are. This would include anime companies. Now, the icing on the cake here is that Susie responded to this by saying, "Just woke up to an email from a copyright troll who has struck all my channels and threatens to continue to do so until I do what they're demanding me to. I love the smell of blackmail in the morning. Now you can understand why I made a website, business as usual." They have all been countered and YouTube are investigating their end. This, my friends, is bullshit in its purest form. Like I said before, only the biggest creators or large corporations can take down and claim videos without revealing their identity. If this was actually a troll, it would show who claimed the video. Now, Susie also claimed that YouTube is investigating, which I personally don't believe, but let's say it's true. YouTube's not allowed to get involved, otherwise they face legal trouble. Anyways, that's the situation as it stands right now. What are my thoughts? Oh, Susie. Allow me to put this in the clearest way I can. If these anime companies are banding together for a lawsuit, you are fucked. This has to be one of the most severe instances of copyright infringement that I have ever seen on this platform. If all of these companies are really coming together to take you down, this may be one of the biggest cases ever seen, though I'm unfamiliar with a lot of major copyright cases. Add on that the evidence against you is so substantial, and you have almost no chance in court that this goes your way, if at all. Another thing I'm personally wondering is if YouTube is gonna face any legal trouble because of this. After all, they reinstated her channel after 3 strikes, which is illegal. Nothing has come out hinting that YouTube is being targeted for a lawsuit, but the possibility exists, which is why I bring it up. And if it were to happen, how much would they be sued for? Because keep in mind, YouTube is a multi-billion-dollar company with an estimated net worth of $160 billion. So if these anime companies were to go after YouTube as well, they would have to sue for around $1.6 billion to take a whole number percentage, that whole number being 1%. That's barely a dent. Ultimately, where I want to end this is, this situation has evolved into what can only be described as a beautiful disaster, and honestly, I'm enjoying every moment of it. If more major information comes out, I will be making a part 2 to this video, but for now, that is where I'm going to end the video. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more like it, feel free to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and comment your thoughts as I want to start a conversation. And if not, hit the thumbs down and tell me what I could do better in the comments below. But until next time, stay in school, keep your pants dry, and hugs, not drugs.
May I have your attention, please? Under the Children's Online Privacy...
Yep, I am rich. You got it. How's everyone doing tonight? Guys, feel free to say hi in the chat. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay too. What am I at? Almost 9. I can't wait to check my monetary amount. Thanks, Mick Honey. That's an interesting point, BTS versus Donald Trump. So, this is an unupdated copy. Is Lil Rice here to tell? Lil Rice? A little help, please? Thank you. Thank you, Lil Rice. Appreciate the help. Oh my god, this is forever. This, like, never freaking ends. Well, at least Harv's here. Oh, I'll show that. Close to it. Ah, shit. I hit my wrong button by accident. What do you mean what happens if there's snow? Shakes a tree? What do you mean if there's snow? I'm a little confused by that, McHoney. A bout of bells? I don't know what you mean by that, Lil Rice. Explain that better. You should do a speed run to see if you reach a certain amount of bells? About? Amount? Okay, we're pretty close. We're pretty close. We're getting there. Come on, keep going! Oh, hey, Amazing Gamer. I'm not doing that this live stream. Oh, what happens when you snake down a sheet with... Oh! Yeah, I can see. You want to see real quickly? Hold on. I'll show you. I mean, it wouldn't be a very fun speedrun, Lil Rice. Like, what amount are you talking about? Like 100,000? A million? And would I start off with... I'd have to start off with nothing, obviously. That's what happens when you shake a tree. There's your answer. That help? There's snowballs over here, too. Glitch. Glitch, that's how I got it. Okay, Dominic. Hold on. I'm checking a tweet real quickly. edits are really good. I'm sorry, I'm watching a video real quick. Hold on. Can I be a gay icon now? I'll give you a retweet there. I loved it. Hmm. Oh shit. Wrong one. Okay, there we go. Done. Done. I didn't update it. Yeah, so. Nice! That's awesome. Cool. That's cool! Okay, hold on. Let's continue. Hold on. Thank you, Lil Rice. Yeah. Come on, let's finish it. Come on already. I love how they watch as I do it. Can I please join in? I can't. Wow. Y'all want some hand sanitizer? I'll need some. Alright, let's get those crowns sold and move up. Ah, shoot.
Unfortunately got taken down for... So John Swan's video on Suzy Liu unfortunately got taken down for bullying and harassment due to Suzy Liu's false flags, and he re-uploaded the video by removing every single little insult at Suzy Liu, and it results in some of the funniest censors I've ever seen in a YouTube video. Just listen to this.
content is nothing to be too fussed about. Sure, it's lazy, uninspiring, and you wouldn't catch me watching it. But behind that is a brain.
He had to censor the word forehead, but it just sounds so funny censored. You'd think he said fuck or it's just holy shit.
Come on already. God, this is so slow. That's what I don't like about duping. It takes forever. I guess I'll do this for another 15 minutes and then see where my bank stands. Come on already. Alright, there we go. You know what? Let's just see how much we have in our bank account right now. I'm so bored. Like, doing this for, like, hours is boring. But I have to do it for you guys. Oh, God. Taco, can I take some? Does anyone have some fragments? Does anyone want star fragments? Yes, I need to make room. I can't right now. I'm kind of focused on doing this. So I got 853, I guess, million? 853 million? So how many more? So 12 million, 12 times 10. So if I do it like 10 more times, I should be good? Maybe 12 more times? Hold on. Hey, Gamer Raccoon! Like a clay one? Is it made of clay? Or are you talking about, like, what I think you're talking about, Raccoon? Why, thank you, Trey. Dela Cruz. That name sounds so familiar. Did you watch my Monster Manor Let's Plays when I was growing up, Trey? God, this is so long. No, shit. How's everyone doing right now? God, this is so much fun, you guys. I've never had this much fun duping crowns before. Come on already. This feels like it takes forever. Oh my god. Ugh. Sarcasm detective. I'll show bank in a bit. Hold on. I guess I'll check my bank account in a bit. Alright, let's find out where we're at now. Okay. Okay, we're closer. Much closer now. Wow.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Whoops. God, this takes forever. How much longer? There we go. Come on already. What I'm at right now. Alright, Little Rice, thank you for coming. My phone is heating up. It's cool, I totally get it. I totally get it. I totally get it. So, the giveaway's tomorrow. Sorry, I'm a little brain dead right now. Hold on, I gotta check my bank account one more time. Yeah, giveaway's tomorrow. Sorry. Okay, what's that? 6 to... like 3 or 4 more times, I want to say. Oh, shit. I forgot how much fun this is, guys. I mean, I would have been done already. God damn it. It's cool, Little Rice. Thank you for coming. Gonna check my account real quickly and see where I stand. Okay, we're really close at this point. So we got... How much was that? That was really close. What's that, like, a row of crowns? Actually, wait, hold on, I got some more. Alright, we have 2 bank accounts maxed out now. 2. I repeat, 2 bank accounts maxed out. So, yeah, that's great, isn't it? I'm really glad about that. It's a long story, Trey. It's a long story. People are not nice, and I just don't pay attention to it. That's all I do. You know, for every person that has a channel, someone's not gonna like them for whatever reason. That's just normal. Nope. This is an unupdated Switch. So the the gameplay you're seeing, this is a primitive version. I'll show you in a second. After I complete this. Okay. So what currently, the Switch that's currently on is 1.2 actually. $2D-Con, what's that? Alright, so we're finished with tonight's stream, guys. I want to thank you so much for coming. I appreciate everyone for stopping by. I do want to show something real quickly. Hold on one second. So this is 1.10. This is not updated. I didn't update this game at all. The reason why I didn't update is because the patch takes away that glitch. So if that makes any sense, I hope you understand. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 12 noon for the East Coast. See you guys later. Bye!